Hello YouTube, today we're back with another bow and staff build video showcasing my latest build and my final build for the melee evasion set. I don't want to showcase this build too much because I'm planning to transition into a different set of gear, but here we are. We managed to get rank 1 in the kill records with 6,000 kills and almost 6,000 and 8.5k assists. The server is very active in PvP. As you can see, there's a lot of players killing each other in the world. And so we get straight to the, oh, I also managed to get an arena rank 1, so that turned out pretty good. In pre-made 3s, I don't know how well this performs in solo 3s, but pre-made, very fun. You don't need to go too hard into this build. This build is only for the 1600 melee evasion. You could push this melee evasion all the way up to 2000 if you wanted to with your buffs and some survivability and all that stuff. I am planning to shift all my gear towards a different set, which involves magic evasion and range evasion, but this set is not complete and I will post that set later on once I finish building that set. So anyway, this is the melee set that got me very high rank in arena, 3v3 and open world killing. I've only been using this set and it has mixed blues, purples, and green. So starting off with the hat and the legs, we get this from Ant Nest. Here are the traits I went for it. And the cape is from killing midterm trees. If you cannot farm for this cape, don't worry about it. Just kill. You can go with the Dead Eye cape, which is also blue and more accessible to others. Once again, you do not need to invest this much into the build unless you plan on going hardcore in arena 3s and you don't want to get one-two shotted by melees. And then we have this piece from Shadow Crypt. This piece should be very cheap because everyone has been farming this. So if you can craft this piece or farm it for yourself, it would be nice. And then our gloves is from Temple of the Roar, the lion, where you have to pull on the buggy chain hooks. This is probably a best item that you will get early on, and that would be good for you for endgame for the next build in the future that I'm working on. The boots is also from Tyrant's Isle, which leads us to our weapons. Both are from Tyrant's Isle. Here are the traits for it. I prefer using this bow over Karnix because this bow has 19.2 meter range, and Karnix passive also works if someone in your team has the Karnix as a healer or such. So that is one of the main reasons. Also, we want the Dex plus 9 bonus from this build. Moving on to the necklace, we have this common necklace right now. Very easy, you can craft this, but if you want to, we go to our lithograph. If you ever want to farm a better necklace and actually complete this evasion set, so you can get this piece for free right here, strength plus 4, melee evasion. Once you cap this, you could probably replace this necklace if you wanted to, but however, these necklaces are hard to get. For example, this one is obtained from Butcher's End Chest, and this one you have to kill like 1 million boars to get. So if you have the time to farm for it, it's free, get it. But if you don't, you know what, skip it. Just stick to what I'm using, which is the green necklace. And then this one is from the cave where you kill the queen ant. Very easy to get and farm. You'll go there a lot. And then we have this one obtained from the lithograph book. You just craft 4 green rings and you get this easily. And then this one is from the 10 dungeon tokens. Same thing as last time. You collect 10 dungeon tokens from each dungeon and you get this ring. Very, very good. And then we have our belt from Sylvan Temple 2nd floor. And that's pretty much it. Alright, now starting with the arena build that got us to 3s. You can use this weapon mastery for bow and weapon mastery for staff. And then for this page, you could just copy and paste what I have here. Sometimes I like to replace flash arrow with either the binding skill or deadly marker. Both are extremely good. And for skill specialization, we have this one for the bow, and then we have this one for the mage. Very, very good setup. I actually like using the setup and managed to get really high rank with it in fixed arenas. I don't know how well this build works on solo queue though. Moving on to our PvE build. This is here. Oh, I forgot to swap this one. One good thing about something, if you maxed out your Mystic Shield, but you actually want to try out Overtaker, you can do so if you click on this one, and then you go to the second tab, and then you could press on the bow, and you could swap your purple skill into the other one, or vice versa. Very convenient if you want to try out both stuff. And then you can copy all my passives and stuff over here. Now let's go to skill specialization in PvE. Here is our bow. And then here is our staff. Next, we have our war build where we managed to reach 6,000 kills. I'm still trying to experiment with this build. The meteor is still, still on the fence with this, but when I shot call, I usually sometimes tell people to go, hey, meteor now, flash waves now, we do this, and everyone melts. But if I had to replace meteor, I would probably replace it with tornado or an arrow vortex build. But for now, this is what I really enjoy like to play. And here's a skill specialization for it. And then you can copy this. Very good skill setup. And then, you know, once you start killing and destroying everyone, you'll get this cool skill where you can turn the whole world into night. Very cool. Blood Eclipse. Here's my passive over here. You can just copy my current loadout. But I think the easiest way to copy this current loadout is if you go to skill specialization, put in the specialization first, because some of the icons do change when you do the skill specialization. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this build video. The meta will change over to magic and range evasion in the future, along with having the requirement of at least 50 to 60 perception. So do keep that in mind when you're making future builds or collecting items to transition from melee evasion to your endgame gear. So for me, I'm gonna have at least like 70 and 50, maybe a 50 to 60 perception for my final build. I'm still experimenting, but some people are going with either I think they're going with 50 strength and then 50 perception and the rest on dex. It is important to emphasize that you need at least 50 perception for the end game build because you want that extra attack range. You can go all the way to 60 perception, which will require it to counter the current meta evasion, right? So right now I'm currently building magic and range evasion for the set. This set is not complete. Once again, I'm still missing a lot of pieces, but to counter this future set, you will need at least to make a set that will have very high perception. So this is very important for Guild Wars. Not so important for Arena maybe, but in the future, you want to use it to dodge all those range attacks, especially the dive bombers. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. This is your brother, Steparu, out.